We stopped just south of Pristina in a town called Gračanica, which is actually a Serbian neighborhood. So we're going to get a small taste of Serbian culture while we're here. And specifically, this is known for having a nice little monastery in the city, so we're going to take a look at that right now. Don't know the history behind this, but you can see that it looks like one of the buildings is newer than the other. There's kind of a separation here. You can tell the architecture is just different between the two. So we are within the walls of the monastery. We can go in the church, but we can't take any pictures of it. Not from the inside. We've made it to Pristina now, and we are in Skanderbeg Square. If that sounds familiar to you, it's because they have a Skanderbeg Square in Tirana. So you can see here, our friend Skanderbeg, right there, the hero of Albania. But as I told you, we're not in Albania anymore, but he's still a big figure down here. Sorry, up here. We're actually north of Albania now. So yeah, we just checked into our hotel and then we're walking through the square. Probably gonna grab a beer, grab some food. And then I think we're gonna be here for 2 nights since it's the major city in this area, so there should be plenty to explore. So this is the public library. I like it. It's very strange. I guess it's supposed to be artistic, but it almost looks like it serves a function, like some kind of armor around the building. Pretty fucking pissed off. The one thing I really wanted to do in Pristina was eat at this Thai restaurant that they had, and I guess it's closed today, so I'm very disappointed. I'm gonna try to get there tomorrow morning before I leave, but I don't know if I'll make it. I tried all the Thai restaurants in Albania and they all taste like shit, so I was told this one's supposed to be pretty good, owned by a Thai family, and they're closed, so I don't get to eat Thai food today. Cigarettes. Okay, this way. Still really disappointed about the lack of Thai food, so I'm just gonna drink Rocky until I think of a better substitute for Thai. I'm actually looking at maps at other restaurants, other cities I should say, around Eastern Europe that might have Thai restaurants. So if we go to Romania, I'll be looking for Thai food. If we go to Serbia, I'll be looking for Thai food. I'm gonna keep looking until I find it. I was planning on having Thai food today, but since that didn't work out, I found some Mexican food, so we'll try the enchiladas here and see how those are. The plan right now, and it's subject to change, but I think tomorrow morning we're gonna wake up, hit the road. We're gonna go into Skopje, which is the capital of North Macedonia. We're gonna be there just for a couple of hours. and then we're going to try and get over to Sofia, which is the capital of Bulgaria. Probably stay the night in Bulgaria, and the ultimate goal is to get up to Romania. Bucharest, Romania is about a 9.5-hour drive from here. That's why we're going to kind of split the day up, so we check out some sites tomorrow and then get to Bucharest, Romania. And then after that, I think I want to spend some time up in Transylvania. Not just because of the vampires, but I hear it's a beautiful place. So, we'll get some of the big city vibes like we're doing today in all the capital cities. And then we'll spend some time out in the mountains and some smaller villages, which should be pretty cool. So we'll see if that plan works out. We might have trouble with border crossings due to COVID and, the stuff going on in Ukraine right now. There's, political tensions possibly in the area. I don't know if that'll stop us or not, but the plan is subject to change, so we'll see what happens. I will comment one more thing about the city. The traffic here is actually not too bad. We came in on a Sunday. It was a weekend. I thought it might be a little bit busier on the weekend with people coming and going. It wasn't bad, and now today's Monday, and it still hasn't been too bad here. So, compared to Tirana or a lot of U.S. major cities, the traffic here is really not bad. So that's a good positive that the city has going for it. We found this restaurant that specializes in macaroni and cheese. So I ordered some of that, and they have a really good homemade raki here. So this one's made from apple, and it's aged in a wooden barrel for 5 years. So who would have thought you can get a nice fancy raki at a mac and cheese restaurant in Pristina? If you're wondering why I'm eating Thai food and Mexican food and macaroni and cheese while I'm traveling, it's because Kosovo is culturally very similar to Albania, so most of the foods here are not that different. They're a little bit different. Kosovo has really good bread, so the bakeries here are really good. But I don't feel like there's any special cultural foods here that I need to try. So I'm taking advantage of the big city for some of its, more modern restaurants, I suppose. So this is what they call the Super Mario. So it has, obviously macaroni and cheese with, this one is special because it has mushrooms on it, but also with garlic and jalapenos. And then I ordered some chicken strips too. So it's like comfort food to pair with the raki, which will be nice. We just stopped in this small town called Ferizaj. It's gonna be our last stop in Kosovo before we go down to North Macedonia. So we're just here to get some coffee and stretch our legs a little bit. And then next stop will be Skopje, the capital of North Macedonia. Okay, I just went to a bakery and got some fried meat thing. I know I said bakery, and it's a meat product, but it looked delicious, so I had to try it. This is really good. It's basically like meat wrapped around meat, and I think cheese. I think that's all it is, and it's perfect.